I'm Jimmy Jam.
I'm Terry Lewis, and we're here rocking it at Cincinnati's own
with B-Boy.
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your buzzing cousin Ghost Boogie. It's sesh number. It's not sesh. It's B-Boys Underground, y'all. Salute. We working through new software. We got all types of things we got going on right now, but let's get into it. First up, we got G-Fresh. What's good, fam?
What's going on, y'all? Just popping out of Cincinnati, G-Fresh. You know, your boy holla at you, 513. We're going to be rocking B-Boys episode. We got SamSun Zulu. We're going to get it with all the goodies and everything we always do. There we go. Let's get it.
Hell yeah. And we got Big Weez. What's good, fam?
What's going on, bro? Excited to be back on the podcast, man.
Hell yeah. Not in the hospital,
Feeling better?
right?
Feeling better,
Not
bro.
in the ER.
Yeah, not in the ER this week.
Salute to health.
Yeah.
Salute to health. And salute to the one and only SamSun Zulu in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to B-Boys Underground, the podcast. How are you?
What's up, Bug? What's up, Fresh? What's up, Weeds? How y'all feeling?
Man, we good, man.
Fabulous.
Even better now that you're
Fabulous.
here.
Yeah.
So, let's get into it, man. We apologize for the tardiness. We are working through some software. We're in 1080p right now, y'all. We in 1080p finally. So, full disclosure, we have changed platforms that we're streaming on. So, new technology that we got going on. So a little bit of technical difficulties to start out with, but ain't nothing. That ain't gonna stop us. But we do have to ask you to please make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, do all those things that we need you to do. Hit the like button. But most importantly, share us out, man. Like, don't be stingy. You know what I mean? Don't keep us to yourself. Don't bogart that joint. Like, pass, puff, pass. Hit the share button, man. Hit the share button. Hit your friends. Tell them B-Boys Underground is live. But don't forget, you can check it out on the replay on YouTube. So with all of that shit out of the way, man, let's get into it. SamSun, let everybody know like where you're coming, where you're out of, and you started out with the Watusi Tribe and stuff. Like I want to get into your background and like everything that you did that got you to get here.
Yes, sir.
Dropped on the Earth 513. This is the zone I represent, Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so I laid down just a lot of stones into the hip hop fabric, and just use this as my corner.
Get a little choppiness here.
Yeah, we lost
such, but yeah, it's plenty.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, man. So we lost your audio.
You lost my audio.
Well, we got it now. Like you're chopping up a little bit, so we didn't hear what you said, but like you might want to have to project a little bit more for what's going on.
Yeah, so 513, where I represent, came here, dropped just put a lot of stones in the total fabric of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Cincinnati groundwork and all that, you know what I'm saying? Did a lot of politicking through New York and whatnot, but Cincinnati where I'm from, so yeah.
Salute. So Zulu, man, like you are part of the Zulu Nation. Tell us about how that happened, how you linked up with that and got a part of that.
Well, so the way it actually started was Watusi Tribe, in which
salute to the Watusi Tribe.
What's that?
Salute to the
that.
Watusi.
Yeah. So when I formulated the Watusi tribe, a lot of people don't know, but Watusi was actually meant to be an answer to the Zulu nation. That's African tribe. So it was meant to bring all the rap groups, everybody together, and kind of give us a groundwork to be able to be just as effective in our art forms and communication to some other parts, and eventually get to a place where it was overseas, just as the Zulu nation was. Zulu nation being a collaboration of a lot of the inner city gangs that was taking place in New York in the early to mid 70s, and so that's kind of how we built. So when I actually made my exile from from Watusi, I ended up formulating a chapter here in Cincinnati area and bringing members onto the Zulu Nation. So
Dope.
that was
Word.
kind of movement.
Salute. So let us know. Like, I want to know, what was it like? Who was the first person or the album or artist that you heard that made you like pick up the pen instead of just passively listening and like you're like, I want to participate, I want to do this? What was it? Who was it?
Yeah. So probably like my first place in the hip hop culture was just really trying to be catalyst, almost like a historian, just kind of moving that knowledge. I was gifted with this freestyle ability, and once I actually heard like songs like Freedom, Melly Mel, and on to like about KRS One, but really like Melly Mel, that tenacity that he hit the mic with, it just made me kind of feel in love with a lot of that. So I started just picking up my pen and doing tagging. We was out with the big fat tips and
with the markers,
hit the fat tips and be down at Station Break and down at the Skywalk and such, and putting tags up.
Skywalk, damn.
Yeah, and so just in hip hop, like I said, I just really was just a listener. Tried my hand on the DJ thing, the breaking thing, just wasn't my thing. But the tag and all other tag, give me some Krylon and go put some work in. And eventually, just like I said, listening to Melly Mel and KRS One, that fusion just made me fall in love with the mic. So I kind of built upon that legacy.
That's dope. Fresh Wheeze.
Yeah, just I'm trying to get I'm not familiar. This episode I get to meet and learn who you are as an artist. Take me through your journey, through your stages of hip hop to where you are today.
All right, word. So probably the first thing that would probably hit a lot of people from impact, because I know it was a lot of DJs that I worked alongside with in the formation of groups. It was a group that I had called OBP. A lot of people they remembered the tags that we would put up. We had these little black men, 5%er with the taper, and it would say OBP. They was all around the whole city. And
I remember those.
You remember those, don't you?
Yes, sir, I do.
And from there, I ran across a guy named Napoleon Maddox. Y'all might know Napoleon Maddox. Worldwide
I do know.
MC.
Yeah.
Worldwide MC, Rock Paris, worldwide. But I met him. I was actually DJing for a guy named Orlando Chapman, Scap G. So I was his DJ.
Shout out. Yep.
Yeah. So I was his DJ. And so we used to do the open mic nights. I ran across Napoleon there, and running across Napoleon, I had this brainchild of formulating the Zulu Nation. I mean, Watusi tribe, my fault. And so we got together, and we just built with this crew across the water called Casper Uma. They came in, a group called Freedom, a group called Black Yard. One of the members of the group currently called SOS, which was Katuk. They all came in.
Sons of Silverton.
Yeah, Sons of Silverton. So we all formulated the Watusi tribe. did a lot of politicking with that. Hooked up with a cat named Nolan Mofi. Was that the cat who engineered the first Wu-Tang album. He did the engineering on our first project, which was a tribute to KRS-One. Did a lot of work with him. KRS-One then started taking us to like a lot of local college tours, anything that was in the Cincinnati area. He made a way for us to be there and kind of move. It was looking like it was about to be kind of a mentorship the way he was working with cats who made Channel Live. It was right about the time he broke off from BDP, and he just kind of started serving a mentor for us, and him with a cat named Big West, which was his manager. They like looked over our contracts. We had a lot of stuff that was out there in the works, and we beat that horse as long as we could. Members of the Watusi kind of broke off. Some stayed. But then that part of time, I got really deep in my business acclimate. So I kind of broke away from hip hop for a while to start doing business things. And from there,
Did somebody get a call?
got back into the culture. Did a chapter.
Yo, you're glitching a little bit.
Sound like a phone rang.
Yeah.
Tell them hold on. They can talk to you after this. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
That was my wife's phone.
Oh, okay. That's Weeze. Tell wifey what's up.
Might want to project a little bit more because we lost your audio. You chopped up a little bit. He's frozen. All right, y'all. Well, when he gets back, we'll get back into it. Hey, look, we are live. That's the beauty of, see, the thing is that when you guys watch other podcasts and you watch them, they're produced and they're recorded and they're edited and all of that stuff, right? But what we do is we bring it to you raw. We bring it to you uncut. We bring it to you live. We are live. You can interact with us right now. You can interact with us on our Discord server. You can interact with us on our chat. We're getting ready to work on actually being able to have you guys call in live and be able to do that too. So don't forget about that. We got a lot of stuff coming, a lot of stuff we in the works. We got new technology, so we're working through that. But until then, much love. How's everybody else? What you guys been doing over the past week, man?
Staying alive.
Well, I gotta ask. I since we are on hip hop, right? I want to ask because look. Couple of things have came out since like we've last convened, and one of the things, I mean, Kendrick, right? Kendrick put out a bomb, and then I guess a lot of people are saying J. Cole put out a dud, right? So what do you guys think about this, man? Like, what do you guys think about the Kendrick and Future, like Kendrick's diss, and then what he said, and then what do you guys think about J. Cole's response? Because that one,
I like Kendrick's verse. I just don't understand the part. Like that to me, just that I can't rock with it. I listen to J. Cole again, not a fan, so I couldn't vibe with it. So
you're not a fan of J. Cole overall?
Absolutely not. I think he's one of the fakest artists.
Well, J. Cole, I need you to come on and get it, Weeze. Get at him, dog. Get at him. Get on his head, J. Cole.
I like them both.
Jump on.
I'm a bigger J. Cole fan.
So I listen to it. I respect his apology, though.
Oh no, that was man shit right there. He did some grown ass man shit right there. Oh, you can't hate on him.
Yeah,
y'all got me here.
Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
Yeah, dissed him and then apologized for it. I got it. It was bored grown man business. I respect Cole for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my personal feelings on that is like those two vultures right there. They can eat up half the industry, and that's where they really need to focus their energy on, eating up the sucker MCs. You know what I'm saying? not wasting their time with each other like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, they're saying Kendrick got upset because, you know, they put the big three out there and he didn't like the big three, you know.
Yeah,
he didn't like
that moniker.
That's the ego of this game right now, you know? I mean, like, for the foundation of the game, you gotta eat. You gotta be showing you big dog 100% of the time. And I ain't even talking about what the economics of the game. I mean, that's just
it's the competition, which is the fabric of hip hop, you know.
And that's what
like
Kendrick said.
The masculinity of the thing, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole kumbaya thing got to stop for us. So.
You like that? You like the competition? You like MCs getting after each other, like it used to be in the 90s?
It's wasted energy for them two particularly to be going because you got so many whack MCs. Like I just listened to a thing where KRS-One was just expressing. It was one point in time where it was only 2 or 3 MCs on the whole planet. You know what I mean? And that was in our lifetime. You know what I mean? So now it's just a saturation of people with nothing to say and just glorifying violence, drugs, and a whole bunch of nonsense, you know.
Who's the most overrated MC in your Who's the most overrated MC in your opinion? Right now. I want to hear it. I want to know. Who's the most like everybody who's the one that everybody hypes up that you're like, nah, they're not that nice?
That whack MC, who is it?
A million of them is Nas X.
Oh well, yeah.
It's a million of them. Young Thug. I mean, the whole mumble rapper thing. Like I'm understanding the whole movement of the mumble rappers, and they say it's a vibe. They just vibe, and they ain't trying to say nothing pertinent. They just trying to become a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th instrument just with they tones. It's just a whack energy, you know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's why it's so hard. Yeah, I think one of the reasons why it's so hard for like folks that came through our generation, and it's hard to rock with them, you know, especially. I mean, one of our previous guests from Abstract Mind State, Gree, you know, he coined the phrase of like what they do and what it is that we like, the old school stuff, as you know, adult contemporary hip hop, right? You know, and splitting the genres in hip hop, so it's just not hip hop. You know, there's genres because it has evolved, right? And you know, and being able to put those things in classifications and just saying this is hip hop because it's not, you know, or it's not, there's a difference. There's absolutely a difference. And I think that needs to happen for real. And then when we start talking about what it is that we like, you know, like what we like, and when you were all of the things that you were mentioning, the old school, the mentality about it, you know, because the youth are going to be youth, and I think it's awesome that, you know, hip hop is still evolving. There's an evolution. It's reached out and branched out and touched so many things, you know, and there's still that core that we listen to, that we like, that we fuck with, right? And I mean, what's being put out on the radio these days is not the same animal as what it is that, you know, we came up with.
And it's not, you know, and that's by design, I think so, because, you know, it was whack MCs when, you know, first started. Everybody couldn't do it. The cream rose to the top, you know. And I think we still having that. I mean, if you're gonna do mumble rap or this type of rap, be the best at it. You know, you see too many people copying or biting what was successful. I think, especially in the days of major records labels, they were pushing for that. Oh, you got so and so, just, you know, he just got a hit. I want you to sound just like him. Instead of like, I want you to top that. I want you to sound just like him. Give me that sound. So that's
and the ringtone
became
and the ringtone generation, bro. Like the ringtone that destroyed. I think that destroyed. That had a really negative impact on hip hop because everybody was just trying to get a hot ringtone. You know, you had to have a hot 30 seconds. Just a hot 30 seconds. I want to, before a moment, Psycho Beta Beatdown. Thank you so much for those 101 biddies. Salute to you. Make sure you follow Psycho Beta Beatdown. Thank you for being here.
Word.
What do you think? What do you want to see, SamSun? What do you want to see? Like, what if you had the ability to shape and change hip hop as it stands today in the market, the way that it's, given to the masses these days? What would you do? What would you change?
What would I change
to make it better? To make it better, what would you change to make things for the better? What would you try to do to make things?
I think it's probably two angles within that. One is it's imperative that like individuals coming into the culture so that they can learn and have a knowledge of the culture before just being an active participant in the culture. Like you have to have some level of knowledge. I mean, it's no different than you starting a business. You're going to gain a level of knowledge about a particular business before you just get involved in that endeavor. So that's imperative.
True.
And then the other part of it is those foundational members is something is given to just for everything that they've done. Like to have people like Tila Rock and others, struggling to have health care and so much just to have a value of life, especially when it's somebody who cared way less about what they did and even sampling and taking parts from their music and not giving anything back. It's like there's no policing necessarily of classic hip hop music. Like a lot of those cats get lost. First off, a lot of them didn't own their own royalties and rights in their own music.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And the people that they sampled from, they got a court system that stands firmly behind them and makes sure that they get full cut of the music. I mean, it was really nice to hear Eric Sermon talk when he shared about the money he gets from that Weekend tune. I think it's to the tune of
what was it like? It was a big number. Yeah. It was a big number every month. Yeah. Like he's got 6 figures coming in. Yeah. He's got 6 figures guaranteed rolling in right there, right? That was huge. And just think about like when you mentioned that
4% of the song,
right? But like the story that he talked about how the song Music came together, right? And how they got that cleared, and he was able to get 50-50 on that, right? And all of the like that was and what we're talking about for everybody that doesn't know what we're referencing, Drink Champs, EPMT, Eric Sermon, right? Yeah. He was on Drink Champs and talking about a lot. It was great. We love Drink Champs. I love Drink Champs. I don't ever miss. Shout out to the DOC. That's an epic episode, right? Yeah, man.
But I think rap needs to come back to being a full contact sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love beef. I think it's necessary.
Right on.
Yeah, it's sad, because when you look at like even right now, everybody's kind of lost in the place of, all right, we're celebrating the 50 years of hip hop, but mathematically that doesn't equate. So how are we celebrating the 50 years of hip hop? Well, it's part of that is a valuable tool unless we need to understand that. How do we get there? Yeah. Because it's the brokering of peace that goes back to the death of Black Benji that calculates 50 years to where we are right now. So if we talk about the very first start of hip hop, Black Benji was.
Oh, don't break up now. Keep going.
Repeat what you just said. What you said.
I said Black Benji was the Crispus Attucks of hip hop. Right? Do we know who Crispus Attucks was, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's the same way Black Benji should be portrayed and glorified and looked at and acknowledged. If it wasn't for his death, he was a member of the Ghetto Brothers. And because of the Ghetto Brothers, because of his passing, like the Ghetto Brothers was that same way, like everybody protect a particular aspect of turf. The Ghetto Brothers had that responsibility up in Bronx, New York. And so they did that very same thing But when he went into a rival territory, looking to do a more of a human resource kind of mission, he was jumped and beaten to death. A lot of people didn't necessarily respect him because he did have like drug vices and whatnot. And but on that basis, then Africa Bambaataa, who was the warlord of the Zulu nation, which was the Black Spades at the time, was able to go and broker peace, through all the 5 boroughs and beat. Because before you couldn't go. If you ever watched the movie The Warriors, you couldn't leave your community and go to another community. You get killed behind that, especially coming through with the colors on. So, like, I think that's a necessary knowledge for everybody that's participating in this thing to know. You know what I'm saying? And so you take things like that, and when the youth come into the culture, then the youth got to have a deeper, a profound respect for the culture. If they knew that they could get behind coming in the culture and frivolously using the culture.
Well,
now we take a different stance in the culture aspect.
You brought something up, like, it's a full contact sport, right? And you like it when folks are getting at each other and that, right? But also, I mean, if you think about when you brought up the deaths, right? And especially in 90s, there was a lot of deaths. It wasn't just Pac and Big. I mean, you think about Big L. There was a lot of people that lost their lives, and there's still folks that are losing their lives today over beef, right? So my question to you is, how do you balance that full contact atmosphere and balance it with the streets, like when the shit gets real? Because people get caught in their feelings, right? and that's a bad thing. So I mean, like, what would you say? Like, how would you say that you would balance that? Like, I know it's through education, knowing the culture, being a part of the culture, but
that's the foundational aspect. It just got to be culture. It got to be respect. It got to be love. It's just all the foundational aspects of the Zulu nation: love, peace, unity, respect, and then and within that, as individuals come in, no different than anything else. Like, if I'm going to be a member of a gang, or if I'm going to be a member of even the Masons, whatever I'm going to do, I have to have sponsorship into that, right? I don't just come into that and frivolously come and just spreading testosterone all over the place. You know what I mean? Doing it like that, people gonna check you. A lot of people are watching your movement just to check you.
Yeah, I give you an example, like being an alpha. We had to know the whole history book. Had to go back to 1906. Like, we just seen them stepping, but we had to get a real education on what it was all about before you could rock them letters. And go out there and step in. There was a lot of community work involved, knowledge, history, keeping your GPA at a certain level. So those things was the foundation to be part of that membership and participate. There was rules to the game. So I kind of see what you're saying. And then there was battles where people did not die. Where we had some classic MC battles and DJ battles.
Ice Cube Common. Ice Cube Common was a crazy battle.
Juice Crew and BDP. Back and forth. Bridges over Queensbridge, back and forth. It was just the competition didn't end in bloodshed, which, hip hop was coming out of an era of gangs where people were dying, opposed to, like, let's do it a different way. Instead of guns and knives, let's get on the mic, let's get on them turntables.
That's what it was.
Let's get on that linoleum.
It's different nowadays because, like, all your beef where you're hearing these rappers get killed, I mean, 80% of that is Chicago. So that's more street beef than rap beef. It just carries over to the, it just carry over into music. And the thing is, Chicago's a whole different playground. You know what I'm saying? So,
Felony Low.
Felony Low, AKA.
Yo, we do have folks in the house. I want to shout them out right quick. We do have Felony Low. What's good? We have Pan the Badass. So that's New Zealand checking in. Shout out to New Zealand. We've got Be the One You Love in the house. Salute to you. Thank you so much for stopping through. Of course, we have Psycho Beta Beatdown. We have Kennedy Law Beats in the house.
Kennedy.
We have Miss Catherine. Repeat PK.
Carl as usual. Urban Reality.
Yeah.
Urban Reality Radio.
My
salute.
God, what's up, B?
Yeah,
Fresh.
our peeps. Yes.
Weeze, what you guys
Yeah.
got?
Well, knowing Samsung and we're gonna move. We talked a little bit about the history, how you get into it. Tell them about how uh, some of your aspirations and putting music out, because this man's a beast on putting music out. His consistency rate is ridiculous, and his equipment. And he said, I'm gonna do a Jay Dilla project, and it's done like within a week, 10 songs, mixed well and everything. So like, just break down some of like how you go about getting them projects done, and some of the inspiration behind that.
Yeah, so the first thing, I just want to represent real hip hop when I do whatever I do. Secondly, I want it to be educational, informative to all the listeners. I want them to sense the trueness in what I'm doing. And so every approach is, I had learned this little technique from Guru and and Primo, just to write out the songs, to give it a theme and write out the songs, like painting a picture with words, and then just let the instrumentation follow. So once you get in your creative vibe musically, it's just pretty easy to kind of start bowling down them pins. You just aim for a sound, try to hit that sound, stay locked in, and come out of that energy, as fast as you can. The thing is, like right now, you do music like that because you're kind of motivated by how everything is expendable. You ain't got people's ears for, months and a whole year like you used to have it. Now you got them just for a short fraction of a time. So you got to kind of try to make it as potent as you can and kind of captivate the listener in that aspect. I got some other stuff that I'm trying to build on and the formation of that. But first off is just trying to introduce people to new people. Around here I have like some songs. So like artwork. And so with my art, I often try to captivate the art, right? So I just try to make it a full experience for the listener. And so like I'll take and do like a piece. I'm gonna turn it a little sideways, maybe you can see it a little bit. I don't know if you're gonna captivate that, but you can share some of those titles that I sent you fresh. Like, so I got the Panther Bobby Seals project, and then I got something called the Sneaker Boutique. I'm a sneaker fiend. I love sneakers, and so I try to captivate the experience from when I was youth up till now of going to buy sneakers.
Hell yeah.
And so, I remember being chased by gangs when we was trying to go get the fresh J's or whatever we was going to get. And so that all becomes a captivated experience for the listener. Like, oh man, I remember that was an allure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get these $200 sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Now it's crazy because the game is like, back when we was coming up, it was like they was trying to get us killed. We going to get $200 felines, and now these little shorties can get felines for $39. What's really going on? That ain't inflation. Inflation is the exact opposite. Like, it's supposed to be moving in the other direction.
And it comes to your house.
They definitely must have been trying to get us whacked, bro. It's crazy.
Well, if you think about it, the first time and the first pair of sneakers that someone on the news got killed over and made the news was the Jordan 2s.
From Jordans,
Jordan 2s. The
Boots,
Jordan 2s, that kid got killed over that.
Waiting in line for them joints.
Yeah. What is, since you brought up sneakers and as I was, checking out some of your stuff online, like when you were DJing and playing beats, you just holding sneakers up while you have beats going and stuff like that.
I sell sneakers as well. Yeah. So
you do?
So that's the name of the spot. Like it's and I don't really just go after every pair of Jordans. You know what I'm saying? I might capture a pair of hold on, let me show you some sneakers.
Here he goes. We got sneakers. Get ready, y'all, for the sneakerheads out there. Sneakers is part of hip hop.
Yes, it is. Fresh on the
like
feet.
For instance, them the Home Alones, you know what I'm saying? So I might come, you know what I'm saying? I just bang them out for the love.
Those are hard, man.
And then these
Yeah, that gray and white.
And these the Jeremy Scotts, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
More money, more money, more money.
Look at those, man.
Look at
I've
that
never
tongue.
seen those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get them and I slang them.
What's your favorite sneaker? What is your all-time number one favorite? What's the GOAT sneaker?
Jordan 2s.
The 2s. You like the 2s because not those are sometimes like the most disrespected, like out of the Jordan line. Like,
yeah, you can't disrespect that boy. Won that dunk contest floating sideways. B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like the 4s.
Bro.
4s, 5s. Yeah.
And the 11s,
3s.
the
3s are hard too, man.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I think everything through 12. After 12,
yeah.
it started going a little crazy.
Well, see, so like me, like I really love the dubs. I like the like a lot of people don't like dubs, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people will shut
I like the
dubs
23s.
down. What's that?
I like the 23s.
Oh yeah. So you get up the dubs at 20. That's when he started getting off on his Michael Jordan wave. I mean, his Michael Jackson wave. He was hitting them like
the 23s had the graffiti on it, and it was just like, yo.
Yeah, definitely.
I vibe with all that, man.
Nowadays, I mean, it's too out of control for me to keep up with. You got the Travis Scotts, and you got Pandas, and you got, you got retros, and then you got this color flash or whatever that color is. Like, you got the watermelon colors and the neon color. I was like, yo, I can't.
It's hard being a parent these days, fam.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Yeah, man. I mean, match every color you got, you know.
But shoes is part of hip hop. See, I'm from the West Coast the West Coast area. So like, while y'all was out there chasing Jordans, where I came from, they was chasing LA gear.
Yeah.
LA gear.
But
yeah, man, you get your ass kicked if you fucking wore LA gear when I was going to high school. Like, you get smashed on. You get.
So it was all about
British
Converse.
Knights.
It was all about Converse, British Nikes, your Chucks.
Yep.
That's what I grew up around because on the West Coast, it wasn't like nobody was rocking Jordans back in the day. It was like, just you had your K-Swisses, you had your British Nikes, you had your LA gear.
Love my K-Swiss.
It was a whole different ball game out this way.
That set off every Easter outfit. You just get a fresh pair of white K-Swiss, man. You good.
That's it.
I had a black pair. That was my favorite.
Wifey still got a pair of the all-white K-Swisses, bro.
Whoa, throwback.
That was really the shoe that brought me in, though. That brought me in them K-Swiss, man.
The K-Swiss?
Yeah.
I remember I did a rap song because I said, okay, everybody doing Adidas, feel like I'm gonna do a song about K-Swiss. That was gonna be my shit.
Yeah, because I had the cross colors with the LA gear.
Right on.
I don't know.
Shout out to my brother. He was in woodwork and did a plaque, and he drew the little K-Swiss between the G and G. The little dash was a K-Swiss shoe somewhere around his house.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, like those, like the K-Swiss, like classic shoes.
Yes.
That I think go with any.
Yeah,
like anything that goes with any outfit, like K-Swiss, old school K-Swiss, Reebok
Shell
classics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shell toe Adidas, of course, Jordan 1s.
Jordan 1s in the white, solid white Jordan 1s.
Hey, look, what I hope they bring back, and they haven't though, is there's two shoes that I want to be able to get my hands on again. Was those Rodmans that came out that was like had the laces down the side with the big swoosh, right? They were mad. Yeah, they were mad comfortable, man. And I had like 20 pairs, different colors, all the colors, the ones with the laces up the front. I can't remember what those were called. They're like air worms or some shit. But also just the old school Nike Forces from like 92, 93, those joints, the Forces. Yeah, man. Those right there. Yeah,
the
man.
Charles Barkley's, bro, with the Lamborghini leather. Man, the Charles Barkley's is no joke.
Hip hop and shoes.
Shoes, man.
Hey, hip hop clothing designers like your Pelly Pale back in the day, your Carl Kanai. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all part of culture of hip hop, and people don't understand and respect a lot of the culture, as he was speaking earlier today. But this is all part of the history of hip hop. because it all
Looking
generated
fly. Looking fly.
genres.
You got
Yeah.
me thinking about I thought about all the shoes I used to have like coming up back. I had some Troops. I had some
Yeah.
Giorgio Brutinis with the gold G's on the tongue. Yeah, man, I love my shoes.
Man,
Yeah.
it's different. It's different, man. It's different
So-
growing up on the West Coast.
I mean, it's like branding's so important, right? And
Yeah.
that gets me to SamSun. Like when you chose SamSun Zulu, that's branding.
Yeah.
And SamSun is audio equipment too, right? Is that where you
Yeah.
got your inspiration from? Was from SamSun?
Not at all. Because of that, I thought I better expeditiously, put claim on the name. So yeah, it's my name is Sam, first off, and just doing the knowledge, I represent the sun, and so I just formulate that, and I was already moving with the Zulu Nation, and you have to kind of, because so many like the Zulu Nation worldwide, and just for you to stay relevant to the actual parties of the Zulu Nation, the people that really matter to the Zulu Nation, you just got to have some type of branding to separate yourself. So Zulu Nation is a faculty in itself. It operates inside of the culture of hip hop, but it is the the culture. It's the nucleus of the culture, and so you have to be first acknowledged in the culture. I mean, into the nation before you know what I'm saying, make your movement around the frame of the culture. So
I mean, it's still active, right? So, I mean, that's a lot of things you don't hear about, but the
Worldwide,
Zulu
yeah.
Nation is still strong, still active, very much a part of hip hop, right?
Yeah.
A lot of hip hop royalty.
And so I've been building with my man King Sun lately. So we got some math that we're gonna put out for the people this year.
Shout out to King Sun, man.
Yeah, we working on tell him to holler back. I talked to him once. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think I lost my camera. It just glitched for some
You're
ungodly
frozen.
reason.
You frozen
Yeah.
with audio though.
We got
Okay,
audio.
audio's still working, so you can hear me. My mouth's still working. Yeah, so
But
yeah,
I
so
mean, go ahead,
SamSun Zulu. Yeah, we was delving into that name. So
so
Right
what is it that you are focused on right now? Like you've got some projects that you're working on. You focused on like if people want to start following you also, what's the platform that you're most active on? And they
so
can stay up to date.
Yeah, Instagram, YouTube. You'll find a lot of the work that I've done on YouTube. It ain't even really so much about motivation. I got 8 million different ways I create economics for myself, but it's just about being an active participant of the positive side of the hip hop culture. What are you leaving behind? And that's just really what I'm trying to do with this, as far as the music aspect of what I do. People like King Sun still got stuff to say. I'm working along that. I got a cousin that I'm working with. My man might know me out in the West Coast. His name DJ Pudgy.
Oh hell yeah, we know who
That's
Pudgy is.
Yeah, that's my cousin. So with the far side. So yeah, so
Word.
we got work we doing, and let's go get out there to him in Cali next month. We're gonna put some love in the air. Yeah.
So, Sam, I got a question. You've been to Colorado, right?
Never. Oh, I've been through
Never.
there on the plane. Yeah, I ain't never stepped out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you ever come to Colorado, you ever come to Denver, you got to chop it up because, of course, I was originally from Cincinnati, moved out here, and Weez and I are the Colorado, but like love to be able to have an opportunity to show you some hospitality, fam.
Appreciate that.
I want to let everybody know also, if you're looking up SamSun Zulu on YouTube, also make sure you check out Soul, SOLE, Noise, NOISE, because that's the channel that you can see and check out a lot of your beats, right? So
yes sir.
And that's you DJing, holding up shoes and stuff. I mean,
slang. That's what I'm saying. See, like Harris one used to say, if MCs had hustle, they wouldn't provoke the culture. They would, they wouldn't just shit on the culture. If you got other ways to make money, so you need other ways to make money. I make money from slanging shoes and doing 8 million other things. I can rap and do hip hop for free.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Along with my sessions, run sessions, do sessions. See, that's got to be back to the culture. Got to get back to the culture, bro.
So
Yeah.
speaking of the culture,
Yeah.
you know, that everybody uses that phrase nowadays about culture vultures and how they like to use our culture to get ahead, and
Yeah.
you know, it's all stepped on and muddy. Like, what do you think about that topic of being labeled as a culture vulture when it comes to hip hop?
Well, it's definitely a real term. It's real culture vultures out here. It's real people that are blood sucking and leave people dead for dead. But in the aspect of a member of the culture, what to be a member of the culture, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Are you just I just buy a couple of records and listen to a couple of people, or I get my free downloads and I throw up this flag? What do you actually do? That's why I always loved like the concept of the Beat Boys Underground. Everybody that was in Beat Boys Underground originally, they all had capability to do whatever they did, whether they DJ'd or MC. Like Brad was stupid wicked with it, right? Why he had to play
Dibs.
your music? You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to play your music. He could easily just do his shows from his creative building harmonicas and all kind of shit that he do, right? But instead, he said, like DJ House Shoes in Detroit, like, give me your music and I'll play you. You know, I'll play you. Like, and so that's now if we can't take and formulate a position where we are trying to big up the culture, then it's a bad thing. Like you are a culture vulture if at the point you're not bigging up the culture, you're not trying to promote anyone else. If it's just all about you, then again, that's where the culture vulture lies. Like I took and did along with my man DJ Ass Rock, we did a 65 interview documentary of individuals in the sense of just what this culture, how it was built in Cincinnati. Like we go outside of Cincinnati and try to pull New York into it. You know, some people had journeyed out and moved other places, and we had to go like Supersonic Sid being a foundational member of hip hop in Cincinnati. We had to go track him down in Houston and go find some other people. But we were trying to, you know, show legacy for the up and coming cats, what took place here in Cincinnati. And so whenever you can put the culture on your shoulder to elevate the culture, then you making sure that you can't be perceived as a culture vulture. But if you're doing anything other than that, yeah, you definitely are a culture vulture.
Clout chasing, right? That's a big thing
Yeah.
these days, right? Chasing clout.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, I think honestly though, you can, like in all things, you can tell, and you can tell when someone's genuine, right? When someone's genuine, going about it in a genuine fashion, and they have care and respect for what it is that they're doing. And then there's other folks that are like, you know, the haphazard and throw shit out there, and you know, but and the cream always rises to the top. That's all I'm gonna say. Like if you half stepping in, if you're faking it, you're not gonna make it, because honestly, there's just no way to really show your talent if you're not coming from a genuine position.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it's not genuinely in you, it's gonna be whack. It's gonna come off and fake, and I don't know.
What about, you know, because like I've been saying and hearing this phrase and coining it a lot lately, is MCs chase the love of the culture while rappers only chase the bag. Do you think that phrase is true with today's hip hop, that rappers are actually chasing the bag and hip hop artists and MCs still chase the love of it?
I think in the time when we were coming up, I think that would have probably been appropriate. But I think that now it's a culture, it's a generational thing. They don't know the difference between hip hop and rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they, you know, a lot of them, with proper guidance and direction. But I think that that's so far and in between those individuals that have a real knowledge of the difference of hip hop and rap. You know, we could say hip hop is something, rap is something you do hip hop is something you live. We can say that. You know,
Right.
I got into a little. I just responded to somebody on Facebook, and it was like 8 million cats tried to come at my concept, and the concept was simply just that: the difference of what you do and the difference of what you live. So obviously, as a generation, they was coming at me because they was on ease with the aspect that they need to be doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Half these niggas ain't got jobs. And if they, you know what I'm saying, even if you ain't got a job, you got to have a earnest way to make money. And then if you got children and you got youth, you got to have a way of earnestly making money and not going to jail so that you can stay in place to raise your youth. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you got to balance that whole situation out. And that's a much bigger thing than just the aspect of how you see your culture and how you see yourself in place of the culture. You know, it's no different than you got church preachers that are at one point in time may have started off with a pure intention to do whatever they do today. It's just
Right.
a generational thing, bro. Right now, this whole generation of people are whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
Very selfish, very self-glorifying, that whole shebang. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you said it again, whack. So I gotta ask, man. I gotta ask who. I mean, I know you're not anti-rapper. I know you are
No.
pro hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are the top 5 wackest rappers that you've ever heard of
For the top 5 wackest rappers.
of all time?
You threw
the
a
top
you
5
threw a
wackest
screwball.
rappers all time.
Damn.
They're
I-
out there. I mean,
Yeah.
Instead of
be
your
real.
top 5 favorite rappers, who your top
Silk-
5
Silk the Shocker.
wackest rappers?
Silk the Shocker would definitely be in the mix.
Oh man.
Man. Yo, so
like
I
Silk
got
the
can I
Shocker,
pause you on
man.
that? So I was doing a mix today, and
Yeah, you did.
I threw on. It just came up, and I was like, it blended in well. Make them say, right? And like I threw that on. I was blending them, doing mashups, live mashups, and like what I try to do to keep my sharpen my sword is just do impromptu mashups. No, everything is like as it comes, it goes, right? So I masked up and threw make them say and I threw another beat underneath it, and like I was doing it as I did it, right? And Silk got the Silk's verse, right? And like doing a mashup and trying to make sure that the timing is like, you know, like actually still right. Like, so I caught myself. I was like, fuck, I'm speeding it up. I'm having like, I was like, cause I remembered at that point, I was like, because I don't listen to Cat, right? I mean, respect him for what he did. He got that bag, he got that whatever. But I was like, dude was so whack. I was like, fuck, I can't even blend this Cat properly because like he can't ride the beat. Like I'm right on time, but his shit he's making my mix sound whack because you can't stay on the beat.
Yo, speaking of Silk the Shocker, just want to let y'all know that he is one of the most successful per unit selling rappers of all time. Boom.
Cincinnati fucked with him hardcore.
Can't knock it. Yeah.
But no, facts. Agreed. He's a top 5 whack rapper. I was a fan though. Top 5 whack rapper.
That's that whole I'm paranoid. But I ain't paranoid. He peeping around. He wasn't even on beat, but I think he actually does. If you remember, like watching the movies and shit, I think he has a speech impediment for real.
Correct.
So I mean, like, salute to him for he has a really bad stutter, right? So I mean, again, No Limit, that was a whole thing in the 90s. It was huge in Cincinnati. My God, it was so huge. You couldn't go in. I remember getting arguments with people saying that Silk the Shocker was lyrical at that point. I was like, no, he's not. Like, what the fuck?
But Master P was really a real hustler, and he was such a genuine dude. So I worked for one of the bigger record distributors in the Cincinnati area. So like one of the biggest distributors of the region, but they were based in Cincinnati. It's called Arc Distributed.
That's Judy Jones.
Yeah, so me and Judy Jones, exactly. So she took upon the task of really doing her thing with the West Coast and the Southern MCs and Southern rap groups and whatnot. And I just took that whole, me and Napoleon Maddox, We'd run up to New York, payday. Everybody would just give us bread, take that shit back. I was the one who blew Jay-Z up down here. You know, so we ran the whole street team thing down here. We did a phenomenal job at it. But it was a Jay-Z, Master P at the same time. It was, and Judy was a machine. You hear me? She kept me on my toes to kind of move that East Coast thing. But we made that East Coast thing hump here. It was a lot of love for East Coast music coming out of Cincinnati. So
right on.
Well, that
So
was the thing. We were the melting pot.
Yeah.
We had the South, we had the West Coast, we had the East Coast, we had everything, and then of course the folks north of us. I mean, we were in a great spot. Like if you could, there was a scene and there was a way to be able to follow all the other ones. But yeah, I'll let you get to it, Weiss. Go ahead.
So we got one on your list off the way. What we got for the next one? So we got Silk the Shocker.
Man, so you can really hold me to that shit. Like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna hold you to these answers.
It's really, man. Let me think, because there's really so many whack cats, and I gotta.
But like people that I want to know, like in your opinion, that's what I was trying to get at earlier. Is like there's these MCs out here that people claim are the greatest or some of the greats or the best right now that's out. Who are the ones that you don't think are nice, right? Like, are there any MCs that people think are good right now that you disagree? Like, what's your thoughts on Drake?
Well, like I said, I don't think Young Thug is really skilled at at rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They all do that harmonizing, that little mumbling, harmonizing. And if you open for that, you kind of open for that. Like, then you find like so many Chicago rappers that really got skill, but a lot of them fall off all through the track. It's like really difficult for them to find a rhythm in there. Yeah. But what I think is one thing I respect about the Chicago, they talk a lifestyle, they live behind that lifestyle. So the biggest disrespect that I have in the aspect of hip hop culture is, or rap inside of the hip hop culture, is that those individuals that are promoting a particular type of lifestyle that don't live it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you hear like, what's my man? You was just talking about him earlier. Damn.
Where's he from? Where you out of?
Future.
Oh,
so he says he doesn't do any drugs, or he doesn't do half as much in respect to drugs as he promotes. You know?
Right.
That's crazy, man. You got all these people that's chasing that because you telling them ain't even.
I think that's horrible, right? You know what I mean? Especially
just like Project Pat. That's what Project Pat said. I don't live like that. And promoting a whole totally different lifestyle in respect to that. You go to the West Coast, them niggas live how they live. You know what I'm saying? Get it how they live. You know what I'm saying? Just different.
There's a lot of fake music. I think Drake is one of the fakest rappers in the industry. I think half of the shit he talk is fake.
Yeah.
This dude, you were not street. You ain't running with goons. You ain't got killers like he claimed. Like, come on, bro.
He's got enough money though for it now.
No, he's
not like that.
He is that baby face dude in a wheelchair that was on the CW.
I mean, you can't. The one thing I will say about that, I mean, like he's successful.
Correct.
I don't listen to it. I'm not a fan. I don't actively listen to any of his music. I have to play it when people request it.
Of course.
And you got to. I mean, in certain venues, you have to play that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But again, I'm always focused on trying to find the curveballs.
Hey, Drake will fill the dance floor. Drake will fill seats. That's the thing. Man. He's not. I feel the same way DMX feels about Drake. Put it that way. We very similar on that note.
That's a good parallel right there. My ideologies to the game is pretty much in line with DMX. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's pretty easy to look at that shit like
Rest
that.
in peace and happy birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
X-Man.
That would have been yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, what would he have been, 50 or what was it? Yeah, man, that's tragic. But you know, the thing I respect about X is that, I mean, he was just an open book.
Yeah, he was real. I was with him when he stabbed somebody with a butter knife.
Whoa.
So like X was really about that life. Like
It's crazy.
he's really about that, man. And so I mean X is my guy. Much love, respect, RP to the man, the dog himself. But yeah, XX is that man is to me an icon and legend of hip hop.
We got Herbs
Best.
one in the house. Salute. Mad Ways, Mad Herbs. Be on the lookout. They got a session with Psycho Les tomorrow. So
Yeah.
check out. So shout out to Herbs one and Mad Ways. They're gonna be in the studio with Psycho Les tomorrow from the Beat Nuts. So that's my usual suspect brethren right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Beat Nuts had some of the dopest beats, bro.
Funky. Yeah.
Oh man.
Beat Nuts was ill.
When that Off the Books first came out, man.
I used to try to whistle that beat, bro.
Fresh, you're muted, I think, or we can't hear you, fam.
Well, Fresh, you gotta move your mouth, bro. There
Yeah,
it is. No,
we can't hear you, bro.
So after day one use of this particular app, how y'all feel about it?
This is round 2. This is the first time that I did this with B-Boys, right? So I've done a couple streams with it on my other podcast. I use it. We've used another software and a platform. I mean, there's a lot of improvements with this compared to the other platform that we were previously using. And it's just there's a learning curve, right? You know, and making sure that everything's set up right. But we're good, man. We are good. I definitely like this platform a whole lot better.
I do too. I gotta, I'm on my mobile phone, so I'm on my iPhone, so it's different. So like I can see the chat, but I can't chat back to people in the chat, which kind of sucks from my phone. I can private chat, but I can't chat back. So I'm definitely gonna switch back to the laptop and get the whole setup going back with that again. But I mean
that's
far,
the way to go,
the
though.
quality is great.
Yeah, you gotta honestly, I mean, it's great to have when people are only able to join via phone, and it's great for the flexibility of it, and you don't have to have everybody in the studio, one spot. So it's great in that aspect of it. But technical issues can be technical issues, and that's what it is, right? So yeah, man, getting back into the music, what I wanted to do is like transition into some of the music that we've got. But before we do that, we got to take a break and give a big plug to our sponsors, Colorado Print Press. Colorado Print Press, please make sure you get down with them because they support our stream, they support our show, they support B-Boys Underground, they support underground hip hop. So again, Colorado Print Press for all your printing prerequisites, man. Get down with them so you don't have to just be here in Colorado. You can do business online. There's the link in your chat right there. Anything that you need, they got. If you need shirts, any type of banners, any type of printing you want, they've got it right now. Store might be down. I don't know. So we can't. So definitely what you want to do is reach out to them, also call them, because the one thing they do focus on is the customer service experience. They're going to wow you with the product. The end result, it's going to speak for itself. But the experience that you have when you're dealing with them, because you're going to be dealing with real people. It's a small team. They can get your stuff done, taken care of. It can give you that old school customer service feeling, not this is current customer service feeling where you feel like you just want to go burn a building down. So definitely great folks, great people. Get down with them. ColoradoPrintPress.com. Check them out at 720-734-9994. Once again, that's 720-734-9994. Colorado Print Press, y'all. And mention B-Boys Underground, and you definitely will get that extra love. So salute. Fresh, we got you back. We got your audio back. Nope. So we're gonna get into some music now.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. We got one of these right here. This is volume 5. Soul Noise presents SamSun Zulu Beats, volume 5. Tell us a little bit, because you wear masks and stuff, man, during when you were doing these. Are you still actively doing these?
I just took a break for a little second. You know what I mean? I like doing them. I enjoy doing them, and they was definitely helping me sell sneakers. But it was like a lot of the tracks, they were just getting picked up kind of quickly by individuals, so I didn't want to be regurgitating those beats for multiple individuals.
I got you. Well, let's check this out. Well, let's get into it.
Nation Soul Noise presents Zulu Beats. Zulu This is Living Large. SoulNoise@gmail.com.
Goddamn, my show living large niggas. On the real of realest. Goddamn, my show living large niggas. On the real of realest.
SoulNoise@gmail.com.
Living large niggas. On the real of realest. Goddamn, my show living large niggas. On the real of realest. Goddamn, my show living large niggas. On the real of realest. Goddamn, my show living large niggas. On the real of realest.
SoulNoise@gmail.com.
Yo,
yeah.
I see you get. I see you got that rain one. You put some oversized platters on it. You put some oversized vinyl on your wheels.
Yeah, put some 7 inches in there on there. Yeah, just help the jig.
I'm a gearhead. What do you think about that Rev 7, man? Woo, I can't wait to get my hands on one of those.
Yeah, I played with it though. I used it up at Guitar Center.
Yeah, man,
it was nice. Felt it.
I got these 1200s I carry around.
These videos before.
Hey, but like Prima always say, you know, people had to coach him. You paid the cost to be the boss, bro. Yeah, I carried vinyl. I tucked.
Oh, absolutely.
Carrying 3 or 4 milk crates. And so I deserve the right to play with it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even, you know, that slick of a DJ. I'm capable of putting my jigs on and I can rock a party. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, man. When we were at Skipper's, I would take 10 crates of vinyl, like full, not milk crates. I'm talking about the full plastic tote tubs. You know what I mean? So we would take, because we would have requests too, and it was old school. We would cover anywhere between, you know, like late 60s, and we would even go back early, but all the way through up to like current, right? And this was in the 90s, and so we would have all of that shit, right? And you just had to fucking bring that because you had to fit. There was no computer. You weren't just rolling up with the controller, right? You had to have a lot, you know, and then you bring in your own gear, all of that shit. So yeah, man.
So I do want to answer this question though. My man said, "Why the wrestling mask though?" So
yes.
So if like if you listen to that and you watch through that whole, I treated them like what they call video, like podcasts, right? And so they were just like podcasts. It just wasn't a lot of dialogue between 2 individuals, but I did spit dialogue in the mix of playing music. it was kind of threefold. It was obviously to sell some sneakers, obviously to introduce my beats and sell beats. It did both of those things, and then the other thing was to kind of introduce people to the knowledge of Zulu Nation. So there was one. Well, everybody know about Basquiat, right? A lot of people don't know Basquiat was a member of the Zulu Nation as well. So Basquiat was Zulu, and then there was somebody he ran with that was called Ramal Z. And Ramal Z. So if you all remember that original Beatbop cover, right? Y'all hip the Beatbop, right?
Absolutely.
Cover. So that was Basquiat did that for Ramal Z. And so Ramal Z, he was known as the mask designer. So all the early stuff that y'all saw, like Grandmaster Flash rocking and all early, zany looks that like that Africa Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation was rocking. Like he created a lot of that. And so he was the mask man. He was a mask designer. He was doing it before everybody else was even doing it. So that was my tributary to him in rocking the mask. So that's why I laid out the mask.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Fresh will be rejoining us in a second.
Working
on some technical thing. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Basquiat, man, is a dope painter, bro. Big influence in the hip hop community. If y'all don't know, do y'all research on Basquiat? Dude's huge influence in hip hop music.
Yeah, indeed. Had the band great.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had, I think he was the first painting to ever sell for $1 million, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, over $1 million. First painting to ever be sold for over $1 million from a street artist.
Yeah.
We got your audio back, Fresh. Nope. Is that headset? I guess you can hear. I got you. Well, while we get that figured out,
I always do the mime in like the old silent movies. You know what I'm saying?
Fresh will start signing. I don't know if you're gonna be making up stuff. I mean, one of the things about Fresh back in the day, he was always clowning folks. I mean, that was part of the thing about being with the crew. You better be ready to get roasted. But also, the rule is like you can't be overly vulgar, right? So you gotta be quick with it, funny, but it doesn't have, you know what I mean? So there was a lot of layers to it and stuff like that, man. But just a constant cracking jokes, and especially when it was like on B-boy days, we were overnight. All of us hadn't been, so you get a little bit of slap happiness going on and shit, especially that breakfast in the morning. It's like, yo, just clowning on each other. So I don't even know what he's gonna do if he starts sounding like him. We got this one right here. This is volume 4. We're gonna sample. What's the first one?
Full of fat. Zulu beat soul noise at gmail.com. Feel the beat. Feel the beat.
Which ones are those?
What's that?
What colorway are those?
That's kind of a more a durable block.
Got you.
And like I think the way it was. That's
So what do you what is one of the we'll keep this playing, but if you could tell us, like, what do you do your production work on? Those are cold-blooded.
Gearhead. Like I try to use echo. I try to stay with a lot of
gotcha. All right, let me stop this.
Hard. So yeah, that echo was fucking with me.
My bad.
Yes.
That's the one thing that sucks about this. Gotcha.
Yeah, hear me now.
Yeah, so I
There
stay
you are.
with a lot of hardware.
Damn.
And
No, go ahead.
So hardware.
every 1200, I more commonly use a 2000 XL, but I have every MPC. I have.
What's your favorite MPC out of them all? Like which machine is your favorite out if you had to rank them?
2000 XL.
The
There we
2000
go.
XL. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm a 3000 guy. Me.
Do you
Yeah,
prefer
I like.
NPK or NPC? I mean,
What's that?
when it comes to NPCs or NPKs, which one do you prefer though?
NPC.
Yeah,
Which
because
you talking about? What
MPKs
NPC?
are an MPK you have as a controller. It's
Yeah.
it's a hardware, right? But
Yeah.
he's talking
So,
about
but
outboard.
yeah. So I mean, like, I don't use any MPKs. Like I have two, but everything that I have is well, no, you're talking about when you say MPK, you're talking about the keyboard, not just
Correct.
the controller. You're talking about the keyboard. So
Yeah.
I have the 37 and I have the 61, but I prefer to just strictly use. I do bring in some ambient sounds with the keys when I have to play chords, but more commonly I'm sticking to the sound of like the MPC X, and then I'll with that the fatness of 2000 XL, and then my 3002, my 3000 and my 60. I just bring that for more of a retro, fatter sound. So I'm just going in and out of everything and just based upon how I feel. But the 2000 XL is my weapon of choice, just because of how fast it is, the workflow, 8 outputs, the level of sample memory, and I do a good deal of my sample storage. I do it inside of like a rolling MV. So the MV8, just because you got all the different processing that you can hit the sample as it comes out of the box. So that's my tools, B.
You got a new drumulator, we see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
man.
I just got him today, and
Oh, it's a hell.
yeah, it's a help right
Let
there.
it show us if you could.
I just got
Are
him
you able
today.
to? Are you able to put them on screen?
Yeah, no doubt.
You named him yet, or he's kind of like Kunta
Condition right
Kinte. You
there.
got to take him out there and raise him up to the sky.
Shout out to Emu
MU.
Systems, though. Yeah, man.
That's that boy mint condition right there.
That is gorgeous.
Great condition. My man G Fresh, with you right there. He just blessed me with the SP 1200, and
Booyah.
so that was a blessing.
Yeah, you been
Yeah.
tapping some pads on that SP yet?
Sure, most definitely. So like what just depending on what I want to go through as far as the sound. If I want a retro sound, or if I want to stay in that 12-bit, 8-bit range, then that's where he come out. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all he. Is there any female equipment in there? We got ladies.
Nah. These my niggas right here, man.
Them your niggas. Ain't mad at you. Ain't mad at you.
Word, man. What else would you like to get into as far as showcasing some of your music? What would you like for us to play?
This is a joint I did with a homie named Boogie Bang. If you want to play that Red Dawn.
Ooh, Boogie Bang. Shout out to Boogie Bang.
Yeah, that's some fire that me and my homie did.
Give me 1 second while I find that.
Boogie Bang go way back. He got some new joints out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then he raps on a lot of these projects when he gives some like concept projects he does as well. He writes those lyrics really good.
Yeah.
While he's looking for that, what's that baby that you do a lot of your quick production in? I know you use some other outboard stuff. I always keep forgetting that name of that.
So I before I was really became as avid a user of not before, because I just took a duration kind of turn off and broke away. Just it was a hybrid keyboard, so it was allowed me to do everything with inside of it. But I got several Open Labs, Mikos and Nikos, and so with those Mikos and Nikos, they were able to be all self-contained with everything I did, and so it just made everything a lot quicker in process. So if I had to go to a makeshift studio, like I had to be in a hotel or whatever, all I had to do was bring my mic and bring the Miko, and everything was inside of a self-contained unit. Just made easy for me to do whatever I had to do.
Chord the vocals right into it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Dope.
Processing.
I did find
software MPCs and be able to play all that right inside of it. So
word.
Production.
That's dope, man. We got Red Dawn. SamSun.
Go.
Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Holy Ghost, black smoke rise from the village. Eat a rap nigga, left him fried in a skillet. Salt with the pepper, let the beat be the heat. 10 toes down in the street with the cleats. Ultrasonic warfare, boog spit daggers. Psychedelic mind trip thoughts move matter. Move with the earth revolutions in the sky. If I show you what I spied, then I'm never gonna die.
This right here is the holy ball. Put the jemmy to your jaw. SamSun Shogun, hold the heckler like a chainsaw. Rip like a razor. Africa to Asia. Mobilizing millions, rhinos in the blazer. Exchange bands for lands, pickings for the Red Dawn. Any man violate, castrate, he dead wrong. Will of a warrior, strong as the great goose. Hold down my people with a machete and deuce.
Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Peace to the people, paragraphs in a dead book. Pieces on the board, killer's king with a red rook. So it's made by the 10th move. Victory can never tell a state what you've been through. All the ups and the overs, the white winters and the red Octobers. Dead rappers with their tongues askew. Look at what this rap shit done to dudes, huh?
Shrapnel on the ricochet, no mercy, get you murked out. Spawn to your Red Dawn, fucking red flags in your White House. Multiply like a helix, rise like a phoenix. God body with the shotty breaking the six. I drop bricks like bombs and napalm. Writing prayers like song as I dwell in God's palm. Bring terror to an infidel, more power than the third rail. Blast on sight like a motherfucking terror cell.
Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord.
What do you say to that activist, to that young person, to that elder who's saying, okay, what do I do for the next 4 years?
You can do nothing. You're not gonna make 4 years. The country won't make 4 years. It's over.
Now, when you say it's over, what does that mean?
It means decline. The Romans, the Greeks, the Egyptians, all of them fell. Okay? All of them fell. You see it?
So what should we do? Because Jim over here talks about the resistance.
Please. Our problem is we think we part of this government, and you're not.
Yes, sir.
That's what white America did. They didn't just get like that all at once. Everything you see, something's wrong with it. Okay, something's wrong with it. So you can get by with that with the church, but you can't get by with that with the universe that made the moon, the sun, and the stars. And that's where we are.
Salute to Dick Gregory though. That was dope, man.
Yes,
Red Dawn, y'all.
That was a banger. SamSun.
We lost him.
Guess it's round robin on who's next. Well, I hope we don't lose our host.
Nah, you ain't gonna lose me. We locked in. I'm good. I'm 100. I'm practiced on this shit.
Something logged me out of Facebook and everything. It was tripping.
I don't even know, man.
But y'all did read my sign language, didn't y'all? I said, "What up, Bill?" There you go.
Yeah, hopefully it all work.
But yo, I'm gonna share the link to that right here in the chat. So that's a link directly to that track.
When y'all do that one?
No.
When your bugs do that one? That recent? Is that recent, Sam Zulu? Or we ain't got you vocally?
We still getting logged back in with us.
Yeah, when it kicked me out, it took me 5 tries to get back in. Five
Yeah,
tries,
that
five
part of
tries.
the new software is not friendly because that happened to me when we was backstage. I was just like, man, let me in.
Yeah, like you go to settings, it kept holding you until like
Yeah.
a minute. I just cleared out a couple times,
Hmm.
got rid of the cookies, and back in. See, we still talking about food, even with technology, cookies.
That's because Canada started that shit, and I
We
can't
gonna
eat
talk
none of that
about some
shit no
food.
more. So now we can't we talk about it, and I can't even eat it no more. It's out of my diet
Damn.
full time.
Oh man.
What's that?
All that shit that him and Kennedy want to talk about food and relating technology to
Oh
food.
man.
And music to food.
Look, bro,
And food
I,
to food.
I ain't even ate nothing at all today, fam. So
Yeah.
I'm rocking on them protein shakes right now.
There we
Man,
go.
hey, look, I had some grilled peppers and onions with some salmon with a Caesar salad. Was my dinner.
That ain't bad.
That sounds
Sound
great.
tasty to
Man.
me. Sound
Nah,
tasty to
man,
me.
I'm hungry as fuck right now, and that was
It didn't fill you up.
nah, not
Tasted
like
good, but you need.
yeah, not
Yeah.
like some ribs or a good steak
Canada
is.
talking
Yeah.
about food is life.
Hey,
I
food is
know.
life and life is living. I get it. I get it. I get it. But
Very
like,
special.
yes, I can't have I mean, you know how bad I want a ribeye. I can't even have a ribeye.
People is underground. The B is for buffet. Boy, and like
Man.
Bug said, hey, we ate, talked hip hop when we went to them breakfast
Yeah, man.
tables
Yeah,
and
all I
cracked on
eat is
each other.
fish, chicken, and a vegan diet. Mine is
Mm.
straight vegan diet plus fish and chicken. That's it. So I
What
don't
they
know
call
what you
it,
call it, but
pescatarian. I think it's pescatarian.
pescatarian. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
that's what I'm on right now.
I ain't mad at
I
it. All
am.
Man.
right. Eat to live.
Shit.
That's the
You
what's
get
that? The
Hey,
you know how
look,
hard it is
Muslim.
not to
you know,
pick up that salt and put some salt on some shit.
hey, bro, you know how hard it
Mrs.
is just
Dash.
to not pick up food?
Right.
I don't feel sorry for you at all, fam. You're able to eat shit, man. Like I ain't able to eat shit, fam.
Right. I get it, Boogie. I get it,
So
man.
like you
Like
don't want none of this smoke over here, fam. Like, man, they these fucking kids shit walk in here with McDonald's,
yo,
pizza, all that
my
I'm
wife,
like,
bro. We over
oh,
here
it
doing
smells so good.
no, we over here doing this podcast. Why my wife sit right next to me with a Cinnabon?
Oh my God.
Ooh.
See, my daughter bakes cookies and makes like cinnamon rolls and shit, man, like that. Yeah, I'm like, oh man.
And
I was a sugar head too, man.
she knows that my favorite thing on this world is a damn Cinnabon, and she gonna sit right next to me after it done
With that
warmed up.
cinnamon
And you
just
know when you warm up a Cinnabon, it give off that whole ass smell through the whole house, and gonna come sit right next to me. And,
yeah. So
man,
especially when your diet is a big bowl of steam and a hot cup of nothing.
so I mean, so yesterday for dinner, you know what I'm saying? I'm cooking up my cod. She in there
Mm.
frying up some pork chops.
Now, hey, I'm gonna take my cod, but I want my pork chop too. Don't need a lot of pork. A good pork chop here and there. Yeah, my mouth
She did
watering. We just bought
Yeah,
some.
good pork. I can have pork chops, but
like the other like last week. I was in there sauteing her. I was in there, Gordon Ramsay and us some steaks while I'm over there cooking some fish, some tuna steaks, throwing up some steaks for her. I'm like, oh man, man. I'm
Yeah, I think
trying
that
though.
would be a punishment. Yeah, and hey, strength,
man,
strength, strength, food, and love and happiness.
It is, man. It is, man.
Rock that
It's
cod.
getting there. Oh, don't worry. I think I'm getting close to a cheat day. Cause like
Okay,
I think I'm getting this under control to where I can have that cheat day.
there we go.
what are you using? What are you gonna cheat with?
Well, I got
Ribs.
these. Yeah, no, I got some buffalo burgers in my fridge,
Oh shit,
which
hell
is
yeah,
already lean.
yeah.
Buffalo
Hmm.
is very
Buffalo's
lean.
good.
It's just a little high in trans fat, but I mean saturated fat, but it's still a lean meat. So for red meat, I'm probably gonna have a buffalo burger.
Richie said he
Buffalo
got some
burger.
fire. I be out in Illinois, bro. My sister lives in Chicago. He was there not too long ago. Fire pork chop. I'm gonna hold you to that, Richie. Yeah, buddy. My mouth watering now. Hey, baby, pull out them pork chops.
Right.
Unthaw.
Hey, look, just make sure Richie washes his hands, man. I'm fucking with Richie. I fuck to see Richie. Make sure you follow Richie D420. You folks that are on Twitch right now. That's one of my usual suspect brethren right there from my 420 podcast, and I tease the shit out of that guy, but that's good people's right there, man. And he can cook for real, for real. I've not had shit. His food yet, but
I've heard him talk about it.
Well, he does his own restaurant, man. So he's head chef there. I think we got SamSun Zulu's audio back.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. We was talking about food and hip hop in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. Good beat, good meal. Good beat, good meat.
Yo, and I want to say thank you to everybody that stuck with us through this episode, because we had our ups and downs, and again, we are live.
Little TV,
live.
little
If we weren't live, we would just be editing it out and then putting it out.
Right.
But I mean, in the spirit of hip hop, though, I mean, like, as you know, some days you have good shows, some days you have not so good shows. You have a rough
content great as always, but
man.
No power from the street light make the place dark.
There we go. Man. I was doing sign language for a minute. Can you read my lips? Word. But yeah, that was a banger, that Red Dawn, man. How long ago did you do
that? So we did that right when I came out of COVID. You know what I'm saying? I was in a 30-day coma. Came out of that.
Yeah.
That was my man wanted to see if I could still have breath control. So we sent that to me. We put it down. Yeah.
Yes, and we've had some health scares with people on the show that we've had guests and hosts as well. So I mean, it's coming through that. I remember he was telling me how bad that was going through COVID. Yeah. So Boogie's had some problems. We's myself. So man, I'm glad you're here to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
You said, crazy.
So I mean, salute to you for that, fam.
Yeah, it's a lot of suckers committing crimes against humanity, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A place where we unite, can't fight. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. But yeah, that was definitely a banger.
We got this Cincy Styles music video.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Well, so when me and my man as rock, we did the Cincy Styles, like one day I just woke up like, man, it's been really a lot of contributors to the culture, and for the perspective of the city, as far as we know. But it was a question that nobody knew, which was who had the first, who did the first recording out of Cincinnati, or was the first rapper even, and some people just do whatever they do to themselves and stay sheltered in their doing, and so it's really probably no way to really solve that. But as far as the people that were coming out, and we all roads led back to an individual named Supersonic Sid. But rest in peace to a member of the Bond Hill crew who passed on. His name was Danny O.
Danny O, my nigga.
Yeah, and so it was discovered that Danny O was the very first to ever put it on vinyl. So he was the first one to pay for his records, getting printed up and doing it the right way. So
yes, Miss Catherine.
So it's a lot of questions that got answered in that, and so to every one of those 65, and also some non-inclusives that didn't participate, as y'all can see, my man High Tech over my shoulder, he was willing to do some other work. He just wasn't ready or prepared to be part of that documentary. So we got some other things that we had done in the works, and one of them was the preparation for this song. And so I did just shouted out 65 individuals that played a part in the documentary, and so that's what this song is. It's just showing you how everybody contributed to the culture.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got that SamSun Zulu Cincy Styles music video. Let's make sure we get into this right here. Boom.
Every time.
The year was 1980 when hip hop began. Right here in Ohio, in the city of Sin. Sugar Daddy on 88, let the record spin. With Grandpa and Baby Hawk and a couple of friends. Merging funk to rap for the Ball State Blends. At the same time, Dr. Ice loved to rock as they battled on air for hip hop's top spot. Rappers the light drop like 2 years prior. Supersonic Sid had the city on fire. Banging on his chest, freestyling in a cypher. PC and Johnny for mag and got hyper. Squad was killing road parties just like a sniper. Icy D and DJ Fresh rocking on the fader. Woodward had Ernie P, the disco revelator. With his chest percussion taxing all perpetrators. Advanced innovators at dance. Took a chance and within a matter of time the culture expands. P Fresh, Skywalkers, Ticketron, Tick Dizzle. Body snatchers, Queen City rockers, fuck with them. DJ Hollywood supplying the rhythm. One love to my main man DJ Wisdom. It's like that, y'all.
We will be here forever. Do you understand? Forever. Forever and ever.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Remember Jam Situation and DJ Ace. Downtown Skywalk was my favorite place. Station Break and Royals ringing US Gates. DJ Mad Max and Butch Gibson rocking 88. Remember the Armory parties in the Avondale statue. Sitting out on summer long sipping the brew. Or getting live on the 45 with the Barn Hill crew. Remember Drac Not Whack getting paper by the stack. Robbie T and Ron Mac on the square busting raps. Shout out to Shock Rock and the Yes MCs. Rhyme Time Entertainment with Chester T. DJ Eminem and the One Black Sheep. Beware and roll deep whenever you creep. There's a million ghetto youth down to rock you to sleep. Wild boys, Blair boys, hug a bunch in the renegades. Always down to touch you and serve your fade. There's players at large, yeah, ICU. Fritz Mob, Hoop the Club, make it do what it do. Project XC, a mess on the check 1-2. Rude and Black Prodigy coming straight to you. It's like that, y'all.
We will be here forever. Do you understand? Forever. Forever and ever. Ever and ever.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Lyrically, the world is revolving, rap has evolved. There was some freestyle fanatics I like to shout out them all. Marky K, the Mind Spray, Ock, Boogie, the Rhymer, Scap G, Super MC, Jabri, the Chalk Comma, Pycon, the Rap Teflon, Scholar B, Eagle G, also known as Sun and SamSun, Home Skillet, the Illest, Crunch, the Rap Don, James Bond, the Lyrical Gargon, also known as King David, Doc Chill and the Barn Hill crew, the lyrically most hated. One love to Mr. Felony Lope, the unfaded. D-Chief, the rap beast, the 5 Ds, 5 wickedest MCs, the bomb threat, fresh to death, #1 set in sound. Pimps up poetry, straight up underground. Superpowers, the Valor Cruise within an hour. The derelicts are a meteor storm shower. Ronnie Ron and Mood turn cats to food. Before you disrespect, know who you talking to. I found life through hip-hop, it's so heavenly. Every DJ or MC, beat maker or breaker, you gotta throw up a V. Peace for what you done, letting knowledge be poured. Murder, rock, and coke, crush, help, dance, transform. Innovates, elevated, Y2C educated. Kenny P became a super MC and demonstrated boogie bang in my man Nap P. Illustrated SOS, press lyrics to death, relentless. Mic'd up, don't give a fuck, every beat is fresh. Empire off the wire, K-Ryle and top. Held down, Cincinnati, put the shit on the block. OTR, clip the love, don't stop.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
Just something that's on the mind.
Cincinnati, Ohio on the motherfucking map.
One love, Chip Allen, Angelo Ray. My main man first, Illuminati. Contracts in effect of G Fresh.
So
Word.
That's, I mean,
I get the last word.
nah, what's dope about, I mean, just the, going through, that's the reason why I wanted to make sure I played that one too, because just the history that track spit was dope as hell. So I mean, that's a dope
The
ass
dance
concept.
crews, the DJs. I mean, some of them we didn't had on the show. Some, I mean, is trip down memory lane. Some have passed. So that's very, very good homage to that.
Rest in
And
peace, Scan.
And you had Scan, you had Il Joe, Danny O. There was quite a few on there. Cheese was mentioned. Contracts, which we got him coming up not too long. Yeah, Sleazy Cheese. So yeah, it's just great homage. I was glad to be part of the video and just telling Cincinnati hip hop history. Interviewed a lot of people in different places, different scenarios. So man, it was really good project. Glad to be a part of it. And SamSun, that's when we start getting a little closer and chopping it up more on a regular. When he comes back, but we know how this has been working.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's dope. It's just dope.
That was a dope song, dope video, man. I mean, it's a lot of history I didn't know.
Yeah, some of the pictures they didn't pull, like
that was all Cincinnati shit, fam.
Yeah. You saw the WAAF 88.3 with DJ Eminem standing there. That was our house, for the 17 years of rocking down in that. Well, especially when we moved out to Alms, but the Alms was grimy. You might get jumped. We was outside talking one day, and she kept telling somebody to shut up.
Shit always was crazy. Fucking
some hot grease out from the 8th floor. Caught somebody, didn't catch me. I guess it was time to shut up and move.
Dude, that was always wild, man. Because it was nice though, because UDF was right across the street. You run over there and get your shit and pop back. But yeah, man, that was
it was a dungeon.
Says he should have linked with he should link up with Freddie Fox or Zulu the Damager. I think I said that right.
Ja Rule, that got that feel too. Freddie Fox, Knuckle, Freddie, Bumpy Knuckles. That's what he called himself.
Yeah, Bumpy Knuckles and shit, man. I mean, it had just that classic boom bap. It's where it's at, man. Miss Catherine wants us to play Red Dawn again.
Oh, we got a repeat. Do that
again. Here's the thing. We are live.
The link is in the chat.
And we but no. Here's the thing though. We are for the people, by the people, and we definitely are for the people that are fucking with us right now, especially through the technical difficulties. So I mean, the least I can do is to run that back one more time. Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Holy Ghost, black smoke rise from the village. Eat a rap nigga left him fried in a skillet. Salt with the pepper, let the beat be the heat. 10 toes down in the street with the cleats. Ultrasonic warfare, bull spit daggers. Psychedelic mind trip, thoughts move matter. Move with the earth, revolutions in the sky. If I show you what I spied, then I'm never gonna die.
This right here is the holy war. Put the jemmy to your jaw. SamSun Shogun, hold the heckler like a chainsaw. Rip like a razor. Africa to Asia. Mobilizing millions, rhinos in the blazer. Exchange bands for lands, big guns for the Red Dawn. Any man violate, castrate, he dead wrong. Will of a warrior, strong as the great goose. Hold down my people with a machete and deuce.
Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Red Dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Peace to the people, paragraphs in a dead book. Pieces on the board, killer's king with a red rook. So it's mate by the 10th move. History can never tell a state what you've been through. All the ups and the overs, the white winters and the red Octobers. Dead rappers with their tongues askew. Look at what this rap shit done to dudes, huh?
Shrapnel on the ricochet, no mercy, get you murked out. Spawn to your red dime, fucking red flags in your White House. Multiply like a helix, rise like a phoenix. God body with the shotty, breaking the six. I drop bricks like bombs of napalm. Writing prayers like song as I dwell in God's palm. Bring terror to an infidel, more power than the third rail. Blast on sight like a motherfucking terror cell.
Red dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord. Red dawn, don't move the pawn. Let him live in the light, let death be the glory. And if he died by the sword, let him rest with the rest in the arms of the Lord.
What do you say to that activist, to that young person, to that elder who's saying, okay, what do I do for the next 4 years?
You can do nothing. You're not gonna make 4 years. The country won't make 4 years. It's over.
Now, when you say it's over, what does that mean?
It means decline. The Romans, the Greeks, the Egyptians, all of them fell. Okay? All of them fell. You see it.
So what should we do? Because Jim over here talks about the resistance.
Please. Our problem is we think we part of this government. You're not. That's what white America do. They didn't just get like that all at once. Everything you see, something's wrong with it. Okay, something's wrong with it. So you can get by with that with the church, but you can't get by with that with the universe that made the moon, the sun, and the stars. And that's where we are.
She was trying to do it. Come here.
All right, respect to you, Miss Catherine. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man, that's dope, man. The Dick Gregory, that sample, dope. But who did that artwork too, man?
Yes, that's my man Boogie Bang. That boy's incredible with the art. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's dope. I love that artwork too, man.
Yeah, so I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie The Red Dawn. Y'all seen the movie Red Dawn, right?
Oh man,
Yes.
we had a bootleg copy of that. I grew up at my house, man. I wore that thing out, man. That was one of the movies, man.
Yeah, so that was the basis of the song, you know what I'm saying? It was just the resistance, you know what I mean?
Right,
Resistance. Right. But you know what I mean? They really got us, man. They got us. Yeah, they got us, man.
I love it. And then salute to you now for that Cincinnati history.
Yeah.
The video, everything, man, that was dope, man. I had to make sure we got that played on tonight, man, because that was dope.
So y'all ever get at least 3 hours on a day, y'all want to look at some videos, go check out that documentary. It was really informative, and there's a lot of MCs and contributors to the culture that have passed on, and that's when it really became a passion play to me, finding out people in stage 4 conditions, cancer and whatnot, and I just gotta, we gotta drive all through the United States to get to some of them, just to capture their stories and have it accessible, and then later on sharing it with their kids and their family members, being able to do that after they have passed on. Really a passion play, you know what I mean?
And that's the 20 for the culture, correct?
Yeah. What's that?
Where is the documentary so I can get them put the link in
So
the
if you
chat?
just type in Cincy Styles, and you got volume 1, 2, and 3. So one part is contributed to all the writers, all the DJs, contributed to all the rappers, the stage performers, people who actually got record contracts out of the Natty. It's a lot of people didn't even know exist. We had, some a lady named Precious T who was over there running Europe during the mid to early 90s. She was eating bag, killing Germany and that whole area. So she was doing it big. Yeah, they was throwing big checks at her. Invested a lot of money behind her to tear that country up. So she was doing it.
Word. So I just put in the chat for everybody the link to Cincy Styles, People, Places, and Things, Volume 1.
Yeah.
And then with that, it'll show up for all the volume 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's a link to get you started for volume 1 right there in the chat on this timestamp right here. So regardless where you're at, there it is. Get down with it, because there's there's 4 volumes, right?
It was 3 volumes of the song.
Volumes. Gotcha. And they're all an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man.
And your own B-Boys Underground, G Fresh is on there. It's a lot of good. And actually, I think we was filming. I was right behind the Derelicts, which, you know, rest in peace to Il Joe. They got their, what was we at? Guitar, Sam Ash.
Yeah,
when we went to fam. Yeah, went to film. Yeah, so it was a good time just talking hip hop.
Spent a lot of money in that place.
Sam Ash, Guitar Center, all of them. Mars. We used to have Mars out here.
Mars, man, before it turned into Sam.
Yeah, they sucked them up, but yeah, it's actually in the same building where Mars is where Sam Ash is out here in Tri-County. So.
Yep. Is that still open? Did they survive?
They struggled.
OG location?
Yeah. Customer service ain't got better, so doors still open.
Man, they ain't trying to fuck with anyone. Like,
that's the American way, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, that's not the American way when you deal with Colorado Print and Press.
Boy, there you go.
Sponsors for the episode. You want good customer service? Fucks with them.
There you go.
So, SamSun, is there anything else you want to have played or covered tonight, sir? And I appreciate you guys for hanging in through the technical difficulties and everything. Much love to everyone. We'll get this all dialed in.
Hey, we will definitely get it dialed in because we got a pre-recorded episode coming up soon, right, Boogie?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we do. That's coming up.
Yeah, with the legendary Jazzo himself.
Word. Stoke.
We got DJ Lenny Ducano coming up. We got a lot of folks coming up.
24th April. Yep. Chicago the 17th. Dante the Great from Move May 1st. Yeah, we
shout out to Dante. Yeah, man, we're booked all the way out to June. Go ahead, my bad.
I just said Dante just put out a cold little song. It's tight. He did the video for it. Nice.
It is tight, man. It's dope.
If y'all checking out the page, it's on. I believe it's on the page and definitely in the B-Boys Underground group.
Yes, sir.
That he put that out on. So yeah, it's rocking.
Shout out to Dante and Move, man.
Yeah, make sure y'all like and follow, y'all.
Yeah, we've got
on our socials.
Yes, we are booked. We're booking. So for everybody that's joining, you know, we even got an artist from New Zealand, an underground hip hop artist from New Zealand and real hip hop coming up. Jay Kellen, or Ja Kellen. And you know, it's dope because the one thing that we really want to do with this platform is be able to link all the underground communities together to get one underground going where, you know, especially back in the 90s and early on, we all had our scenes and all the cities had their scenes, but, you know, we didn't have this thing called the internet like it is nowadays with social media and platforms that, you know, we can blend scenes together. And there's been a lot of those things happening. Weez has been working with a lot of folks. We've had a lot of underground artists link up just via this platform, and projects are already starting to happen and be released just because of what we've got, episode 25 right now. You know what I mean? So we just started in October. So just trying to get going, but like everybody, make sure that you link up with everybody, make sure that you follow, make sure that you support underground hip hop, real hip hop, keep the spirit of real hip hop alive. That's what I'm trying to do, is pay homage to this thing that, especially for me, you know, shaped my entire life. I mean, you know, hip hop is as old as I am. So I love it, man. And salute to everything that you're doing, SamSun, for keeping everything alive and just everything that you do. Much love. And I love just just how you repping the city for real.
Right.
My brother.
Thank y'all for giving me a platform to share my views and
You're welcome anytime for your family.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Dude.
Yep. Anytime you want to drop something new, let us know. We'll put that on there. Keep it moving and popping.
Anyone got anything else?
No. Get a drop from my brother here on the B-Boys Underground. Shout out to G-Fresh, Ghost Boogie, and Big Weeds from Sam Zulu. That's your
All right.
cue.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to Boogie Weeds, my man G Fresh, Beat Boys Underground, the freshest. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, salute. You got anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, just want to shout out to my homeboy, my cousin, West Coast Pudge. We're going to put a dinner as his birthday. So happy birthday to you, Pudge. But
Happy birthday.
Word.
Yeah.
B-Day. Enjoy.
Yeah. Want everybody to be on the lookout for that Black Benji, story of Black Benji. And the Return of the Beat Boy. Yeah.
Okay.
Salute. Fresh shout outs.
Well, as usual, we're going to give a shout out to SamSun Zulu for joining us. Shout out to all the listeners that was checking in like you always do, man. We love y'all. Appreciate you. You know, keep on keeping on, submitting beats, ideas, content. We love that. Shout out to the family. Love y'all. Shout out to my co-hosts. We got this. Another episode under the bag, 25 to stay alive. We got it. Rallo.
Weez shout outs.
Yeah. Shout out to the family, the wife, the kids. This upcoming wedding that's coming on with the daughter that I can't wait to be over with.
Matrimony. There we go.
Shout out to B-Boys. Shout out to Colorado Print Press. Shout out to SamSun. Definitely gonna do my research. Share. I got some cats in Kent, Ohio that would definitely love your style of music. They're really big into it, so I'm gonna send that to them first thing in the morning. And get that sent out that way. So shout out for being on the show, brother.
All right, thanks, love.
So, I just want to give a big shout out to, of course, our guest tonight, SamSun Zulu. Make sure you follow him on all platforms, on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, all the joints. Again, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Shout out to my co-host as well. Shout out to everybody that stuck with us throughout the technical difficulties tonight. Much love to each and every single one of y'all. Make sure that you stop back in tomorrow night for the Usual Suspects sesh number 155. Gonna have special guest Al Mal in the house. And if you didn't check out last Monday, we had E-Zone from Dr. Green Thumb podcast and the owner of ProPen, which is a vape company out of California, who may be a sponsor coming up soon for the sesh. But anyway, make sure y'all follow us, B-Boys Underground. We will be back next Wednesday at the same time, same place, same channel. Much love to you all. Rallo.